we are going to multiply polynomials today. FYI, grades have been frozen on the floor, meaning they can't go down, they can only go up. All work is due this Friday, so no new assignments will be put in for the third 9 weeks. We do have after-school tutoring Wednesday and Thursday, 4:30 to 5:30, and every morning, I think except for tomorrow morning, 7:30 to 8:45. Again, if you come for one tutoring session with a bunch of other students, it's not going to be enough to get you passing. You need to work on your own at home, doing your missing work, using the notes and the keys that I've already given you, okay? All right, so early release on Friday and then spring break. So let's finish out this 9 weeks strong and enter the fourth quarter. Okay, so last week's warm-ups are due. Make sure you have all work in by Friday. Now, how do we multiply polynomials? Well, when you have 2x times x, an x times an x, think of those as power 1, power 1. You add those powers, so you get 2x squared, okay? So when you're multiplying, you add the powers. Okay, on number 2, same thing. You have a 1 power, a 1 power, and a 1 power. So my coefficients, 7, 1, and 2, those multiply. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. Bring down the x and add up those powers, 1, 2, 3, together, okay? So again, you multiply the coefficients out front, but you add the powers up top, the degrees, the exponents, whatever you want to call them, okay? Number 3, multiply these coefficients. 9 times 4 is 36. And then our powers, if I have x squared and just x, please remember, just x is to the 1 power. So you got to add those up. X squared and x to the 1, add them up. 2 plus 1 gives me x to the 3rd power. Okay. All right, so those are the answers for our warm-ups, and we're going to use this information to do the notes. Okay. Now, if you don't have the notes in front of you, ask me or Miss Marshall, and we'll pass those out right now. While those are being passed out, or if they're already passed out, you can still listen to this part. It says to multiply polynomials at the top. Okay. It says to distribute all terms. Okay, so distribute all terms from one set of parentheses into the other set of parentheses. Okay, once you've done that, you combine like terms, and then you write it in standard form from the highest power to the lowest power. Okay, so here's what they mean. 2x is going to multiply times 5x and minus 3. Okay. So 2x times 5x, we just did this on our warm-up. That makes 10x squared. Okay, so that was the first one. Now 2x is also going to multiply by minus 3. Now if you just have a 2x times a minus 3, or negative 3, just multiply those numbers together. 2 times negative 3 is what? Negative 6. So minus 6. And then I can't forget the x. There was an x with the 2x. It stays there, okay? Cool. Now, change colors here. I have to do the same thing with the other term. This, I'm going to think of this as a negative 4. Negative 4 times 5x. Negative 4 times 5 is negative 20x. And then negative 4 times negative 3, a negative times a negative is a positive, and then 4 times 3 is 12. Okay. Do you see how I multiply in the first term times everything in the second parentheses, and in the second term times everything in the second parentheses? Then all I got to do is combine like terms. Okay. So I have a 10x squared. And this is just like what we did on Wednesday. We're just combining the similar terms. Okay, the negative 6x minus 20x is negative 26x. and then my one constant, I bring it down. All right, so you multiply all the terms and then combine like terms. Okay, try this again. Number 2. If I can get this to cooperate, I can zoom in. What's going on here? Okay, here we go. So, first term times the first term. Six x times x. Remember, 2 x's makes it x squared. And then 6x times negative 7. 6 times negative 7 is negative 42. Don't forget the x, because the first term had an x, okay? All right, now I'm going to do the same thing for the second term. So, the 2 times x is positive 2x. 2 times negative 7 is minus 14. And again, I do all that, so then I can combine my terms. So this just comes straight down, 6x squared. My two x terms can combine with negative 42x plus 2x. Negative 40x. And you can bring down that constant, minus 14. Okay, that's how it's done. Now, example 3 and 4, the only way this gets more difficult is when you have more terms with more, higher exponents. But we can still do this, okay? So let's look at example 3. Use a couple of colors here. So, negative 2x squared times x. So we got x squared with a 1x. It's going to be negative 2x cubed. That 2 and that 1 add up, okay? Now, negative 2x squared times negative 2. Negative times negative is positive. 2 times 2 is 4. And the x squared stays there. Okay. Now, we'll do the same thing with the next term. So 3x times x is 3x squared. 3x times negative 2. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Don't forget the x. And then we also have to do it with the third term. So the more terms, the more complicated it is. Negative 4 times x is minus 4x. Negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8. Okay, after doing all that, okay, we're going to combine like terms. There's only one cubed term, negative 2x cubed. We got two squared terms. 4 plus 3 is 7x squared. And then we got two x terms. Negative 6 minus 4 is negative 10x. And then we can bring down our constant, plus 8. And that's in standard form because it goes from highest to lowest power, right? All right, and then last one is example 4. This one's going to be the longest one we do, so buckle up here. First term times the first term, negative 5x to the fourth. First term times the last term, negative 5 times negative 3 is positive 15, plus 15x cubed. Okay, this times this is negative 2x cubed. This times this is positive 6x squared. This times this is positive 4x squared. This times this is negative 12x. This times this is negative 6x. And then this times this is plus 18. Am I going to be able to fit that in here? Yep. Barely. Oh. I had more room. And then we combine like terms, bring stuff down, minus 5x to the fourth. Combine those, you get 13x cubed. Combine those, you get 10x squared. Combine those, you get negative 18x. Bring that down, you get plus 18. So again, you multiply every term, and then you combine like terms. And that's how you do these. So you're going to use this information to do this exact same stuff on the assignment that says assignment multiplying polynomials. If you haven't turned in adding polynomials or subtracting polynomials from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday last week, you need to make sure you do that too. All right.